Greetings, brethren, and welcome back to another video where I use the ChessUp 2 board on chess.com. So what we've done here is we've hooked up our ChessUp board to chess.com, and we can control it from the screen given here. We're going to play a 15-minute game with 10-second increment, and we're going to play with the black pieces this time, because last episode we played with the white pieces. So we can take this, and we can hit play, and we can find a game. See, it is searching there. And we have it connected actually to our chess.com account, the playboard. So you can see now it shows that we're searching up there because they are connected. So we can show movement both on the chessboard here, the ChessUp 2, and on the chess.com app, which is really cool. So something you'll notice about the pieces is that they'll actually light up if you touch them. Same thing with the other side. And once we actually start a game here, you'll see my opponents will move whatever piece they move first, and we have to move it to the square that lights up. It's actually really cool. And yeah, as soon as we find somebody here, not as many people playing 15 plus 10 right now, but with a physical chessboard, you usually want to play with some kind of time increments because takes a lot more time to make a move in person than it does on just the screen here. But what's really nice once we start this game is that I can actually make arrows and highlight pieces and talk about my game plans while also using my board here in real life. So we'll wait for somebody to show up here. Feel free to skip ahead until you see some movement. We'll see what happens here. Just gotta wait a little bit. Maybe I'll edit this out. There we go. Now we found a game. My opponent's about half my rating, so we'll see. But you'll see the pawn move forward there. So now we have to move their pawn forward, and now we can respond with our own move. So we'll respond with the Scandinavian there. That's a move I like to play. 775, he'll probably take the pawn. He doesn't. He's going to bring his knight forward to attack. But this is generally a bad idea because I can just move my pawn forward here. Okay, so he'll just go back. That's totally fine. But now you can see, like, if I tap my queen, it shows all the squares that my queen can go to. This pawn shows both of those squares. The knight, it'll show all of these squares. For now, we will reinforce the center. And there's also a cool checkmate animation as well. So they're playing pretty fast for a 15-minute game. That's on to them, though. That is their decision for what they want to do. What do we want to do? Well, we can bring out a knight. There's a variety of different things that we can do. We'll just bring out this knight for now. Although we do have a nice space advantage. And I can use my little arrows here to show you guys, hey, he might put his pawn here to try and attack the center here, but then I'll just bring this pawn forward so that we can maintain a strong center there. Okay, so yeah, my opponent's going to go here. His idea is to attack this pawn, but actually that's not a great, not really a great idea for him. Because he's kind of opening up some area near his king, but we could go for it. We could also develop this knight so that after like a trade, let's say, this way, this pawn hangs at the end. So just a good idea to get some development. No reason not to just go for that. And yeah, a longer game allows me to talk about stuff a little bit more and for you guys to see how all the pieces move. See, he takes there. And we just have to take this pawn off here. Now, is it a better idea for me to go here? Probably. Because we have this check available at some point. Probably a good idea to put some pressure on this knight. Yeah, so we'll go for that. We'll go right here. Very cool. Okay, he's going to take back right away. Switch off these pieces. And yeah, now we got an important decision. We could take this way, we can take this way. We don't even have to take right away. We can give this check first. Really depends. What do we want to get out? Or getting our queen out here could be a good idea because we can go for some stuff over here. Pawn is also not a horrible idea as well. We'll take with our queen just for the sake of this. He doesn't have any checks or anything on. Well, okay, he has this check, but obviously that's not a great, not a great move for my opponent. Okay, he's gonna bring his knight out. That's a totally fine move from him. Probably the best move, honestly. Now we can't really give the check anymore because he just gets some free development. So we have to do something that probably defends this pawn. So we can go here, we can go here. Probably not there because we want our bishop to get out. So yeah, or we could just go here also, defend this while also attacking this, which he'll have to bring his queen forward probably, and then we could maybe even get a pin. That could be good. That is a good strategy. Um, if, you know, it didn't hang our own guy here. But if we go... Yeah, no, that hangs our queen, so we do not want to do that. Well, we could go here. And then if he takes, we take back. And that would be fine. She might even be up a piece at the end of that exchange. Because if here takes, he can't take anything else with check, and then both of our pieces are hanging. For some fun, we could go for that. Yeah, let's try that. Why not? I'm interested to see what Game Review has to say about this. If he had like a check after this, then it would be better because he could get his piece out. But how I feel this is going to go like this. It's going to go like this. And then either he retreats his piece. Okay, he's going to go there. We'll go here. The important part is that to take back, he has to take back with his king. Yeah, see, he's going to go there. And just kind of try to hang out. So he didn't want to trade after all of that. That's totally fine. We could go back, threaten a trade. Lots of different ideas. Let's do that. Go back here, threaten this knight once again. The knight has really no good squares to go to. He could just go back. Well, he's not going to go back to that square. Could go here. This is kind of the move that I expect. This is a good move after anything that happens because he's forced to either lose castling rights. Okay, he's going to go there. So we can make him double his pawns here. That's pretty good. So I feel like we will go here. Well, we could even do this first, this because it's a forcing move, a check. So let's do the check first, just to make sure that we do it. Okay. Nice little check. He has to either move his king somewhere or block with this. And if he blocks with this, then he's going to lose the ability to castle, which he does. All right, and now we can hide, we can take. I think I'll take here the trade just because then he has a very weak pawn that we can just try to go and capture. Can try to go and get it. So take back in this way, and then we will take here. Very cool. Okay, so we can try to put some immediate pressure by castling this way. That's not a bad idea. That might be one of the better moves actually. So I think that's what I'll do. Because there's no threats or anything over here, so we will just castle this way. So we take our... Oh, I forgot to do this first. We'll take our king, put him on the correct square, and now it tells us to move our rook, so that's what we'll do. And it castles. So a bit of a simplistic game so far. Okay, he's going to go and he's going to put some pressure on that pawn. So we can go over here. It's not a horrible idea, because after this, he can't take, but let's say we push up here. If he takes, he can't actually take back with this pawn because it's pinned. So let's say here, and if he does nothing, let's say he does a random move, we can go here. If he takes, we take back with check, actually, on the king, and he can't even take back. And if he takes with the rook, then, if he takes with the rook, then we can just take back with our rook. So just in general, it's a good idea to put your rooks on the open files. This isn't an open file, but I intend for it to be because this king is out in the center. My opponent's playing well so far. I don't think there's been anything crazy. I might have missed something, but he definitely has an advantage in the fact that he has a bishop and I have a knight in an endgame like this. Okay, he's just going to go over there. We can't really do that now. Well, we can go here. So we will go here, and just to prevent the push on this knight, we will simply go here to prevent this, and so that we can still do this next time. This could be a good resource for him now, because his bishop is actually getting some freedom. Okay, he's not going to go there. He's actually going to remove a defender of this. So after this, I'm pretty sure we can just move forward here and take, and even just take right back right away. Because it is pinned. His king's out in the center, so that's a bit dangerous for him. And there's a variety of, after this, this king can go a variety of squares that could be beneficial to us. So at the very minimum, we're going to put some pressure on this pawn over here. Of course, we can't take it because it's covered by this pawn. But they have some weak pawns, and that's what we're going to go for. He has the advantage of this bishop. I have the advantage of a good pawn structure. Okay. So we can go here. We can do a variety of things. We can give this check. Doesn't do much. I don't want to take this way because I like his goofy pawns. So I could just take this way, put some pressure. I think perhaps taking this way. If he goes here, we could just try to threaten some stuff over here. It's not foolproof by any stretch of the imagination. We could do this first. What would be the best move here? Well, I guess I have to move his rook over. Okay. Because this at least sets up the trap, but it's kind of hope chess. Because if I can go here first, because his defensive resource would be this. And if he takes this next turn, I have this check, but it doesn't really do much. Because I can't go anywhere else. I can get in here, but I think this is a good move, at least for now. It's on a dark square, so the bishop can't target it easily. But this at least sets up the attack idea that I'm going for, which is this. And then if this, we go here. He can't unpin because my knight protects this rook. So my opponent's actually holding together quite well here. There could be an idea that I'm missing. But at least for now, I feel pretty good about this. Okay, he's going to try to run. This is just a fork. No, not it isn't quite, actually. Here, he takes back. He's going to run with the king. Check. He will take back. Could trade. Doesn't do too much, though. Go here. Threaten this goofy fork. Can't even stop it unless the king runs again, but not too much going on in this position. That I can see anyways. This might even be just like moving my king forward type territory. Because I do have a passer, but it would be nice to connect these. Nothing's pinned, so I do have to trade something. This way seems better over here. So we'll take his center pawn. We'll go this way. Removed it. Okay. And now what do we do? We can go here. Threaten some things. here threaten this. And not too much going on. Like, just a lot of one-move threats. That's how this game kind of feels. Feel like he might have, like, an idea with this somehow. But I feel like after a check to go to safety, I can just kind of protect, or just even push this, so it doesn't seem too bad. So the threats I have online is this fork. If he ever moves this rook anywhere, it is this fork. And I also have this, which is, because of this, a threat on this bishop as well. Okay, so this gives up a variety of things. That almost seems like a mouse slip. It probably is a mouse slip, because that does not seem good. Because this just gives up this fork, right? But is it better to trade a knight for a rook, or is it better just to get a free bishop? I would say it's probably better just to get a free bishop, so that's what we'll do. See, it's red there for attacking the king. All right. Okay, so now we're getting into, like, checkmating territory, honestly. Because I feel like with this, maybe a pawn push of some kind. But this seems very good. Defended, defended, defended. Okay, so now we play where can the king run to? And the answer is not a lot of places. So we have some, yeah, we have some checkmating ideas for sure. It might even be unstoppable at this point. The key might be this forward here so that I can play this. I don't think there's anything he can even really do to stop that, per se, because all of these squares are covered. I guess this square isn't covered. The actual pawn protecting the knight. Okay. I don't really have a way to defend it, per se. This is little puzzle chess here. I mean, if this pawn wasn't here, this would be checkmate, but that's not the case, unfortunately, so. Here, and then probably just try to work my rook in there. Trying to find the best way to do this, because, yeah, he's definitely locked off of all of these squares. If I could get something onto these. This check immediately, but he can take either of them, so it doesn't work out. This, not quite. We'll go here for now. Well, but the thing is, that's something that you can't do in a real chess game. You can't touch a piece and then just let it go. You have to move it once you do it. Because if I go here, then he might just attack something. So, might have to... The thing is, I can't go there either. And if he attacks this knight, my rook hangs. So, I should probably try to get these pieces out of here. In some way. Might be in a bit more trouble than I anticipated. I think it's okay. Like, if I go here, but then if he just pushes... This is a very interesting position, for sure. It's almost worth it to just go and double up my rooks. And even if he takes this, then I can just give him some checks. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just double up our rooks for now. Playing a lot slower than my opponent over here. Sure, there's some kind of a tactic that I'm missing right now, but that's totally fine. Just because everything is held together very strangely in my position. He can go here, but then he's just going to be walking into stuff. Like, Okay, he does go there, but now my knight is free. So now my knights can he even give the king a check, really? Not really. No reason to lose my knight entirely. We can go here to threaten this rook, but then also threaten this fork over here. So then my opponent will have to go here, which he can't do because my knight covers it. So there's some dimensions. I was trying to find some kind of a checkmate because his king was so far out in the open, but I just wasn't able to do it. Okay, he's going to go there. We can totally just go here now, though, so that's what we'll do. There's a fork. Oh, I see. Well, it's not like he gets a discovered attack on my king, but there's nothing really there. Um, so I will take this rook over here because my rooks defend each other, and I can just go here with my king. I can run and hide if so he chooses. So looking pretty good. There he goes. My poor knight. All right. And we can just start trying to feast on the back pawns. We can also just try to go get the king somehow. I feel like moving this forward is a good idea to limit the squares. But I don't feel like I can checkmate with my rooks just like this, so it could be a good idea just to go for the long game. Let's just go here. Because we attack this pawn and this pawn. Okay, he's going to go there. That is fine. Might as well get rid of some of his pawns over here. Okay, he's going to go down. Can probably just hide here for now. There's not really a threat. I don't really like my rook being so passive like this, but I don't see a checkmate threat. Like none of this because my rook protects everything. Okay. We can go get this pawn for sure. So let's go do that. I wanted to end this in a flashy manner, but it turns out we're not going to get that. Yeah, it's nice. His king can't get anywhere really close to me. Yeah, he goes there, but there's no threat, right? There's no threat. So I don't think so. Might as well take a second. Yeah, I don't see one. We'll go here. And if he ever just like tries to bring his king over, we'll just trade the rooks. Nice. Okay, that took a second. Lagged a little bit there. Make sure my camera's all good. All right. Could have taken this pawn, but I just want to get rid of any of this. Okay. I can't do this anymore. I can go here. So that's what I'll do. You will go there. Might as well give the check. Not the best idea to open it up, but might as well. He goes here and takes this. We'll go back here. He can't really get in, because if he ever goes here, we'll just, like, run. He moves down. He's going to try to squeak his king in there. That's totally fine. Because guess what? If he takes this... Oh, he didn't. He took this one first. Okay, so now he's getting some counterplay over there. That's, interesting at least. Yeah, we'll just take this pawn. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll give this check over here. If he wants to take this pawn, then we will just trade with him. Very drawn out. Okay, he goes there, and the funny thing is I can just keep my rook here so that his pawn can never promote. So what we'll do is we'll go here and send this guy till kingdom come. Nothing he can do about it. Pretty funny, actually. Okay, he's going to go there. We can just push this again. We can do this again. Probably should. I kind of forgot about it, honestly. So we will go here. He will take, and then we can even just sack the rook, but this pawn is so far gone that it's totally fine. Okay, he's going to go there. We will go here. Very good. I guess we don't want to stalemate him either, huh? Yeah, that would be bad. Because if he went forward, well, we'll go here. Yep, and he's going for the stalemate, but he is not going to get it. So close. But alas. My poor opponent. Promotes to a queen. We will give him his honorary queen. Very nice. But yeah, we're just gonna... That would have been really funny if it misclicked there. Because then I would have lost. Alright. And we will take my own queen there. Very cool. He'll move out there. We will make our classic knight's move distance away from him. He's going to go there. Knight's move distance. One more. Knight's move distance. He can only move to 2 squares now. We bring our wonderful king. He moves up. We bring our wonderful king. He moves down. And the pattern we've all been waiting for. The checkmate pattern. Very nice. So that was our game. We can do a quick little game review here. That took 28 minutes. That took a long time. But I hope you enjoyed. Now we'll do a nice little review over here. It says 70% accuracy for my opponent, 78% for me. I'm still setting up a condition in which I can see the game review and show you guys. But for now, yeah, we just got some moves over here. Very cool. Very nice. Thought I was a little bit worse for some amount of time. Yeah, right here. Why is this? About to lose a rook. I definitely didn't see this. Check. That's strange. I am interested in this. Let's see here. He goes there. I thought there wasn't a threat. Oh, I see. And then if I just go to defend this, then he just takes this. Wow. I didn't see this. This is brutal for me to have not seen. Because I was just like, he didn't have anything to threaten immediately, like no checks, but he could go here and threaten this. Wow. All right. Yeah, we blundered against a 700, but that's fine. It looked close to 800. But yeah. We went back in from here. It was all just kind of Yeah, put some pressure, put some guys up in here. Mistake. Wanted me to kind of just get in here, I'm sure. A lot of hanging stuff. Yeah, wanted me to just push there? Okay. I can see it. Yeah, this was brutal. Good. I thought it was a great move. I was contemplating whether or not I should take the fork between the king and the. Well, I guess he was here, but taking the piece was good. Did I have a mate before? Actually, let me see here. No, I didn't. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. I spent a good amount of time on trying to find a mate. It says I had mate in 5 from here though, so let's see what it was. Oh, it was moving the knight back there. Check. Wow. No, I feel like I could have found that. I feel like that's a puzzle around my level to find. Yeah, we didn't see it. That's okay. That's all right because yeah, we just got this fork and won a totally normal game. Just went and won some pawns and did some trades and yeah, there we go. Yeah, no stalemate. I think we had mate in 2. No, mate in 9. Okay. Yeah, so just a good game overall. Happy with how I played. What did it say my rating was from here? 1500. That's about what I'm aiming for. If you guys are from my road to 1500 Elo series, then yeah, you guys would know that. But yeah, was this episode of Chess with the ChessUp 2 board. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Godspeed, brethren.